Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan Battle video for you. In this video, we're going to be looking at how you can beat Stage 11 of the Union Master event. So this is Stage 11. You're going to need to bring along three of the Transformation Boost category characters. So I've got my team that I used in this run on the left, and then an alternative team that you could maybe make if you don't have all the same units that I do on the right. Does incorporate some of the ones from the left, because this isn't the greatest amount of units you can use, but try to use a different lead at least, so you have a couple of options. Now, Stage 11 is not too difficult, it's more Stage 12 where it gets difficult, so I'm going to jump through these a little bit quickly, and let's start with TEQ Goku as our boss. He grants immunity to being stunned, and he nullifies super attack ceiling effect, so nothing too wild on the mechanic side there. He's going to be doing about 800,000 normals and 2 million super attack. So even though this is an easier part of the event, the first stage is usually more difficult. When I say first stage, I mean Transformation Boost will have the 3 required and then the 5 required. So the stage 11 is for the 3. It's usually easier, toned down a little bit, less mechanics. But 2 mil super can still catch a lot of units out if you're not careful. So do just watch out for that. You can obviously do attack and defense lowering here. And he should only be supering once a turn, so just make sure you are putting your strongest units up in the front. They should be fine, but this shouldn't be too much of an issue, and not too many mechanics to deal with here either. Jumping ahead to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, he is just going to be disabling attack and defense reduction. That's his only gimmick, his only mechanic. And he will also be raising his defense for 1 turn when he does his super, so it's about 30%, so he will take a little bit less damage after supering. He has 100 million health, he has 800k attack, and 2 million super again. So nothing too much more hectic, nothing too crazy compared to the first fight, and less mechanics to worry about. Fun thing you can do if you do bring the TEQ freezer with the Gogeta card, you can put him right at the end, and you can obviously do this on any of these stages. You put him right on the end and then pop his active and just watch him get supercharged, and then once he gets to the end, he should be doing huge amounts of damage on this team. Can be really fun to do, and especially against Vegeta because he is a type disadvantage to him, so he should pretty much delete Vegeta for you at the end. See here we're doing 44 million. Obviously he can get a lot higher if you get a couple more attacks, but you see 2 supers here and we are pretty much done with Vegeta. If you don't have this unit, definitely bring him as a friend. He's a fantastic lead for this category, movie bosses, and yeah, moving on to the final fight, which is going to start as Super Gogeta. So the final fight is going to ramp things up a little bit with Super Gogeta. He's going to grant immunity to being stunned, he nullifies super attack ceiling effect, and he gets a 5% attack boost for every turn passed up to 50%. So it is important to take him out as quickly as possible so that he doesn't get too powerful and start deleting your units. He's going to have about 200 million health, 150 million health. He's going to be a 2-phase boss, so 150 mil for the first one for Super Gogeta. He is still hitting for 800k normal attacks, but 2.24 million super attacks. So that extra 50% can start making that super attack look pretty dangerous. So you do want to have a team that can do enough damage to quickly take him down as fast as possible, so you can start moving on to the Blue Gogeta phase. Now, there's no dodge cancelling here, so if you have any units that can dodge, that's great. Not a lot of dodges, unfortunately, on the Transformation Boost category, but it's probably easier to just tank this. You can defense and attack lower the boss, but that's not an option in the next phase, so I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it. Just going to be about managing your rotations here. Hopefully you've got this tech, like I was saying earlier, this tech freezer, Gogeta. Have 1 on each rotation, and he should be able to tank pretty much everything. After taking a couple of hits, he really starts doing well, and he should start hitting very hard. If you are wondering why he's not doing much damage, you do need to put him in front of hits. So he needs to take hits in the same turn to ramp up his damage. He doesn't keep that ramp up. So you do need to let him take hits every single turn. So slap him in first slot, he's got 70% damage reduction and guard, so he should be okay. Okay, moving on to Blue Gogeta here. He's going to be a little bit similar, a little bit different. He grants immunity to being stunned, nullifies super attack healing effect, and he's now disabling attack and defense reduction. But he is also gaining an additional 5% defense per turn, as well as 5% attack per turn, all the way up to 50%. He's going to be doing a 4.5 million super, so you do need to kill him quite quickly, otherwise he's going to ramp up and just do too much damage to most of these units. The SDR LR Super Easy Aid Broly is going to be such a good choice for this fight, because he is going to rip this stage to shreds. He just does so much damage, and he is type advantage obviously, so that's going to help. Now what's going to be really fun to do here as well is, I would say, definitely want to save the actives for the Tech Freezer / Gogeta unit for this part of the fight. Gogeta does do quite a few hits, so if you can get your RNG right, well, not get your RNG right, but your RNG is okay, hopefully most of the attacks will be front loaded, so then you can put one of your Tech Freezers at the back, pop his active, let him just take hits over and over and over and over again, and then he should be so built up at the end there that he does like 90 mils and just crushes Gogeta, and that's quite a fun way to do it as well. So maybe try save those actives for the second part of the fight. The second part of the fight is a lot more scary anyway, so I would advise saving those actives for this. If you don't have that unit, it is going to be a little bit tougher. Maybe bring a friend unit. He'll definitely help as well, and you could just slap him at the end there. And the reason we put him in the end is you want him to take as many attacks as possible, because it is a taunt, is active, and he gets a huge defense boost, and he gets a big attack boost for every attack that he tanks. So you want to put him in the third slot, activate it, let him build up, and then he'll do huge attacks in the back there. So we don't quite finish him off with this attack here. We didn't get enough. We didn't get too lucky with our RNG, because Gogeta's attacks are now going to come after slot 3, so we're not getting the benefit of that attack boosting. So that does suck a little bit, but that's okay. The next turn we do have Broly rolling around, and that is going to be great. And by Broly I mean the STR one. He is going to do fantastically at this. Tech one is great for tanking in slot 1 because of his 76% damage reduction and his guard, so that's going to be nice for this fight. And then STR Broly will just clean everything up, because he is going to do so much damage. But that is pretty much it. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching. I will check you guys in the next one.